Today we are in Kearney, Nebraska at the Agri-Eco Tourism Workshop. For the Rural Radio Network, I'm Jessie Harding. I have one of our main speakers here with us today. His name is Joe Calhoun. He's president of Calhoon Enterprises. And he's talking today a lot about leadership and kind of setting that foundation for what the rest of the workshop is going to hold here in the next couple days. So starting off this morning, you're going to be talking about leadership. What is it about leadership that kind of has everybody up in thralls right now? It's a big topic.
Well, leadership is all about getting people on the same page, Jesse, working together to serve customers and serve each other, serve the owners. And businesses that do that create jobs faster, grow revenues faster, and are hundreds of times more profitable than businesses that don't have leaders who lead people to serve. That's the key to leadership. It's helping people serve. As you give, you receive. As this industry knows better than others, you reap what you sow. And so leaders that get people serving, that's really what it's all about.
Now, starting out here today, we're going to kind of help people start off in their new businesses, hopefully, and starting these agricultural or tourism workshops that people can host on their own facilities. What's that process going to start out for them when they start out this venture with leadership?
Right. So the way I understand the numbers today, as many as 1/3 of all farms have some agritourism or agritainment. So it's about tourism, it's about entertainment. So, I think the best way to start any business is to find something that you're passionate to deliver, that people are excited to receive, and you'll make a market for that. So it could be anything from, vegetable stands to corn mazes to all sorts of creative ways that you can bring people to a farm and help them understand the magic that has become so commonplace for farmers. But when people from the concrete jungles come out to the farms, they realize what a great life it is and what a great experience is that they can enjoy when they visit a farm.
Now, the differences between having good leadership in a business and bad leadership in the business, why is it so beneficial to have that structure correctly in a business?
Well, you know this. You told me that you got a minor in leadership, so you studied this topic yourself. In my opinion, leadership is all about getting people on the same page. And when people are working together, there's nothing that they can't accomplish. And so leaders bring people together, people that have varied talents and experiences and education. And leaders bring them all together with a common sense of purpose or mission, with a common sense of values of how they're going to treat each other and treat others, with a common vision, something to be accomplished. And they get people working together, as I said, with all those unique strengths and abilities and create a team that serves with excellence and can create an experience that people go back and tell their friends and neighbors and relatives, hey, come to this place. It was really special.
Around lunchtime, you're going to kind of switch gears from talking about leadership to talking about entrepreneurship, which is very fitting for the conference. What are some of those things during that noon hour that you're going to be discussing?
You bet. So in 1804, the word entrepreneur was coined by J.B. Say. And since that time, it's remarkable what's happened in this world of ours. From the time of Christ to 1800, in other words, for 1800 years, the gross domestic product per capita, Google it, it basically means the average income of a person in the world was only $450 to $650. And it didn't change much. And then from 1800 to 2013, the average income, in other words, the average amount of goods and service produced by a person and consumed by a person, right? The average went up 20 times worldwide. So instead of $450 to $650, it went up to $13,000 per person. And it went up 100 times in our United States. Well, how did this happen? What happened? Free markets, constitutionally limited democratic governments, land ownership, and the innovation provided by entrepreneurs created these free markets that we have around the world that have literally improved the quality of life for everyone, including the poor. 200 years ago, 85% of people were living in this world on less than $1 a day. Today, only about 16% of people are living in abject poverty around the world. 200 years ago, literacy, almost no one could read. It was less than 1% of the people that could read. Today, that number is above 80% of people around the world can read. So free markets have improved the quality of life and economic well-being for people all around the world. And that's all about entrepreneurship.
All right, well, I think it's going to be some great information to the listeners at the Agri-Eco Tourism Workshop today, so they can hopefully implement some of those tourism aspects on their production farms or any other land that they may own. So starting off with that leadership, starting off with entrepreneurship and why it's so important here. And that has been Joe Calhoon, president of Calhoon Enterprises. For the Rural Radio Network, I'm Jessie Harding.